What, Lucius, ho? I cannot by the progress of the stars get past how near today. Lucius, I say, I would wear my fall to sleep so soundly. When, Lucius, when? Awake, I say. When, Lucius?
Called you, my lord.
Get me a taper in my study, Lucius. When is it lightning? Come and call me here.
Oh, my lord.
It must be by his death, and for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him. Before the general, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there is the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder and the craves weary walking. Crown him, that then I can grant we put a sting in him. That is what he will, and he may do danger with. The abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power, and to speak truth of Caesar. I have not known when his affection swayed more than his reason, but 'tis a common proof that loneliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climber upward turns his face, but when he once attains the utmost round, he then unto the ladder turns his back, looks in the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he had did ascend. So Caesar may, then he may prevent, and since the quarrel will bear no color for the thing he is, fashion it thus, that what he is argumented will run to these and these extremities, and therefore think him as a serpent's egg, which hatch would as his kind grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
The taper burneth in your closet, sir. Searching the window, I found for flint. I found this paper. Thus, I was sure it was not there before.
Get you to bed again. It's not day, it's not tomorrow, but by the Ides of March.
I will not know, sir.
Look in the calendar and bring me the word.
I will, sir. Sir, Ides of March is wasted in 15 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate. Somebody knocks.
Sir, 'tis your brother Cassius at the door.
Is he alone?
No, there are more with him.
Do you know them?
No, sir. Their hats pulled down over their ears, and their faces are half buried. I cannot tell who they are.
Let him in.
I shall, sir.
Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept. Between the acting of a dreadful thing and the first motion, all the interim is like a phantasma, or a hideous dream. The genius of mortal instruments, and then in a council, and the state of man, like to little kingdom, suffers then the nature of an insurrection. Exhalations whistling in the air, give so much light that I may not read by them. Brutus, thou sleepest, awake, and see thyself. Sharom, etc. Speak, strike red dress. Brutus, thou sleepest, awake. Such instigations have been often dropped, or I have to took them but. Sharom, etc. Thus might I piece it out. Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? What Rome my ancestor did from the streets of Rome. The Tarquin drive when he was called a king. Speak, strike, red dress. Am I entreated to speak and strike, or Rome I make thee promise, if the red dress will follow, thou receivest, and the full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Oh God. Where's Brutus?
Brutus, my lord. Portia, what mean you? What rise will you now? It is not for you, health, thus to commit your wild condition to the raw, cold morning. Not for yours neither. You have ungently, Brutus, stole from my bed, and yesterday night at supper you suddenly arose and walked about, musing and sighing with your arms across, and when I asked you what the matter was, you stared upon me with ungentle looks. I urged you further. Then you scratched your head, and too impatiently stamped with your foot. Yet I insisted, you answered not, but with an angry waver of your hand, gave me a sign to leave you. So I did, fearing the strengthening of the patient, which seemed too much enkindled, and withal, hoping it was but an effect of humor, which some hath his hour, every man. It will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep. And could it work so much upon your shape, as it hath much prevailed on your condition, I should not know you, Brutus, dear my lord. Make me acquainted with your cause of grief. If this were true, then should I know the secret? I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman that Lord Brutus took to wife. I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman well reputed, Cato's daughter. Think you, I am not no stronger than my sex, being so fathered and so husbanded? Tell me, you consuls, I will not disclose them. I have made strong proof of my consistency, giving myself a voluntarily wound here in the thigh. Can I bear that the patient and not my husband's secrets? Oh yeah, gods, render me worthy of this noble wife. Knock within, hark, hark. Portia going a while, and by some of the shack partook the secrets of my heart, and all my engagements will constructure of the three and category of my sad brows leave me with the haste. I'm not in well health, that is all. Brutus is wise, and were he not in health, he would embrace the means to come by it. Why so I do, good Portia? Go to bed. Is Brutus sick, and is physical to walk unembraced to suck up the humors of the dark morning? What is Brutus sick, and will he steal out his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night, and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add unto his sickness? No, my Brutus, you have some sick offense with your mind, which by the right of virtue of my place I ought to know of, and upon my knees I charm you by once commended beauty, by all your vows of love, and the great vow which did incorporate and make us one, that you would unfold to me yourself, your half. Why are you heavy, and what men tonight had the resort for you? For here have been some 6 or 7 who did hide their faces even from the darkness. Kneel not, gentle Portia. I should not need if you were gentle, Brutus. With the bond marriage, tell me, Brutus, it is expected I should know no secrets, the appreciation to you. Am I yourself, but as it were, in sort of limitation, to keep with you at meals, comfort your bed, and talk to you sometimes. Dwell, but in the suburbs of your good pleasure, if it be no more. Portia is Brutus, our lot, not his wife. You are my true and honorable wife, as dear to me as the ruddy drops, the visit to my sad heart. Lucius, who's that knocking on the door?
He's a sick man who wants to speak with you.
Callus Ligarius, the medalist spake of, boy stand side. Callus Ligarius, how?
Please accept my feeble good morning.
Oh, what time you've chosen to be sick. Brave, Callus, how I wish you feel better.
I am not sick if Brutus have in hand any exploit worthy the name of honor. By all the gods that Romans bow before, I here discard my sickness. Soul of Rome, brave son derived from honorable loins, though like an exorcist has conjured up, my mortified spirit now bid me run. And I would strive with things impossible, yeah, get the better of them, what's to do?
A piece of work that will make sick men whole.
But are not some whole that we must make sick?
That we must also wise my case. I shall unfold these as are we going to home to be if we're done.
Set on your foot, and with the heart new fired, I follow you. To do I know that not what, but if sufficient, that Brutus lets me on.
Follow me then.